starting in Russian like we are not actually American folk.
I'm not interested.
We are not from the States.
Like, all right, make sure Kazakhstan radio off. Hit record on podcast.
Make a record.
Yeah, make record. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Okay, for this podcast, we do American accent.
yes, let's do.
You feel like we get pretty good at it.
Hi, my name is Matt.
No, Matt, this is your real voice. You need to talk with American accent.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Very
Ah,
good.
very
It's
good,
very
very
good. I can
good.
tell you've been working.
All right, Cracker Jacks, you're listening to the Hot Science Podcast. Get ready to jam.
Wake up. Grab a brush and put on a little makeup. It's the Hot Science Podcast.
Oh,
I'm Brad Cotter,
I'm Matt Forgy.
I'm Matt Livingston.
and you guys are listening to one of the greatest podcasts ever created for the internet.
No pretension.
Everybody have a good Monday?
Yeah, it's
Solid
decent
Monday.
Monday. Decent Monday.
Decent Monday?
I'm good for it. It was good.
Yeah.
I got to write a podcast, so I had a great time.
Whoa,
Made a light box.
Yeah, that's
Selling
true.
things
Very
on the
productive.
internet,
nice. Yep.
What are you selling on the internet?
yeah. Skipper's old cars. Well, they're like die-cast cars.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
not like you've just got bukus of cars
No,
hanging
no,
around.
no.
Yeah.
My late stepfather was a collector of die-cast cars, and so I have a shit ton of them for sale.
What would you say is the cherry?
Cherry.
Yeah. What's
don't
the
know.
prize of the collection?
So far, that Back to the
Yeah,
Future
Back to the
car.
Future car,
Hard
yeah.
to beat the DeLorean, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's true.
badass.
Any die-hard die-casters out there, give Matt Livingston a call. His number is 1.
Number one.
Guys, before we start with the first segment of the show, I thought we'd introduce a new little bit.
A new bit.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called Sports Talk.
Sports talk.
Yeah, you guys ready?
We don't give a shit about sports.
We're
Yeah.
doing Sports Talk.
All right.
Okay. Sports talk.
We're probably going to have the Eagles versus the Patriots at the Super Bowl.
What does probably mean?
Because I'm not, I don't follow sports, man. I just know it's like the Eagles and the Patriots supposed to be in the Super Bowl or whatever, or the finals or some shit.
All right.
The Patriots are going to win again.
Right.
Well, you said probably, so, you know.
So Eagles, Pats, Bowl.
Yep. And I got a hot take on that. My hot take is fuck Tom Brady.
Now, hot take for me is I just don't care at all.
I don't like the knee thing, man. The taking a knee thing. And then it's like, then he marries a supermodel. And then he's like, Tom Brady.
What is taking a knee thing? I don't know if I know about this
No, I'm not
controversy.
familiar.
Where he would like take the knee and pray for everything.
That's not
like,
Tom Brady, man. You're thinking of the other guy.
Kaepernick.
Nah.
I don't know. That's just a
different guy.
name I've heard. So
I
sports,
think Kaepernick's
sports,
a
man.
basketball guy.
sports. If you're listening to this podcast and you like sports, I'm like, thanks, I guess. I never would have.
Yeah, we just hooked you.
Yeah.
You're going to be listening back for all the sports entertainment we're going to be providing.
You guys like the Super Bowl? You watch the Super Bowl, enjoy the Super Bowl?
Sometimes.
I watch the Super Bowl, but I don't care about it.
No.
It's mainly a facility to party.
Yeah.
More or less than it is like I actually care about the outcome of the game.
Hot dogs.
Commercials
Yeah.
are pretty cool.
I like to get together with my friends and eat like crazy shit and
Yeah.
drink beers.
Guys, you know what my first favorite way to start a podcast is? Because I'll tell you, it's not going to be sports talk.
You know what? Sports talk is dead. Let's kill it.
We tried.
We tried. And it just didn't
We tried.
take. It
Sorry,
didn't
sports
take.
fans.
Yeah.
We tried.
It didn't feel natural. I didn't like it at
No.
all. I didn't like it at all.
I think what we should do is just talk about interesting things I found on the internet.
Nice.
What do you got?
Men are a dying breed.
Whoa, topical.
Like the real man, like
No,
the
like-
Stetson man.
Like the Y chromosome.
Oh, like dudes.
Like the male gender
All right.
in danger.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, feed me the science.
Well, there's been a quite a few different researches done.
Researches, huh?
Researches. I found this on theconversation.com, and it's about how the Y chromosome is disappearing. Also, shout out to Mental Floss for taking me to that website.
Nice.
So the Y chromosome, you know, we got X's and Y's.
Right.
The ladies got X's.
We got the wise.
the Y chromosome is slowly degrading. You can look at past samples of chromosomes from like 60 years ago, and they look totally different. Now they're all like shrunken and malformed and gross.
Right.
And scientists are debating whether it's going to die out.
The male chromosome? It can't die out.
In
Can
DNA, it is the only chromosome that is non-essential to life, obviously, because women are fine.
But they still have to give birth.
Well, that's the thing, is due to rapid degradation, the Y chromosome is estimated to have only 4.6 million years left before it's extinct.
Oh, shit, dude.
Huh.
So time is up.
When you think about it, though, life has existed on Earth for 3.5 billion years.
Right.
So 4.5 million, not that much.
Yeah, it's a pretty short time period, actually.
And there's a lot of debates about what's going to happen during that. Because, I mean, it's like, yes, women are perfectly capable of living their own society without men unless they want more people.
Right. This is dangerous science,
Slippery
man.
slope.
This is dangerous science.
And it's
Because
not,
you don't want some people getting a hold of this information. Because right-wingers go crazy with this information.
yeah.
Like the NRA dudes, it's like there's literal proof that women are taking over the world. Like they're killing our species at a chromosomal level. It's out there. There are crazy people that think that way.
60% of
Yeah.
abortions are male.
Man.
I'm just saying that's dangerous science, but interesting fact.
Well, and they say that it's not really a problem because number one, 4.6 million years. And number two,
Right. Well, nobody's good. Yeah, if it's happened in a
4.6
million years,
million years. How long do you think Yellowstone has?
it's not so much that it's not a problem; it's that it's not my problem.
4.6 million years. Not really worried about that. That's a little bit outside of the window of who gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
things I
I
should
mean-
be
well, and they
planning
were
for.
saying by then, like, technology is probably going to come to the point to where either A, we're going to have some sort of therapy for it, you
Right.
know, to where maybe we can genetically alter it to where it becomes a stronger gene, although do we even want to do that?
Well, how do we know this hasn't happened before?
And number two,
How do we know
that's
this
the thing,
hasn't
is
been
it's
like an ebb and a flow and an ebb and a flow, and who knows what the fuck happens with chromosomes?
well, another theory is that gender might just change
yeah,
Yeah.
over time.
true. You just go mono.
Yeah, we are
Just go
living in a
straight up
time
monogender.
of, sexual ambiguity. Is that the right way to say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I mean,
That was good.
people change all the time these days. It's like, well, I identify with whatever. It's like, well, fuck. Okay, cool.
Or you might even look at it as kind of like what I like to call the Jurassic Park syndrome,
Right.
where you get a whole bunch of female dinosaurs.
And then they exactly. Then one of them
And
is
then
asexual.
one of them just hermaphrodites, and it's like, oh, now it can make babies.
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh.
true.
Go fuck yourself.
This island is screwed.
Well, also, okay, this is a giant leap in scientific knowledge because I'm not a scientist. I'm just taking leaps. But the population of the world is giganto. Tons of people running around doing shit on the world. What if literally to, like, make that kind of hold up for a minute, that you just change? Like, genders just kind of go asexual for a little while. We don't really need a lot of people.
Less men are being born.
There's less production going on, and then that kind of goes away for a while, and then it's the ebb and flow of the natural order, I think, or whatever. Not really natural order. I don't know.
If only Ego the Living Planet could tell us how it all
Not
works.
scientist.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my wacky theory.
I dig it.
Did a little research today. I've been hearing a lot of this. Got a hot word, got a buzzword for you.
Buzzword.
What is it?
It's called cryptocurrency.
Crypto.
I've heard it. I've heard of this.
Now, it's like I've heard of cryptocurrency. Everybody's probably heard of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. That's the big one.
How many people actually know what Bitcoin is? Because it's popping off right now, baby. People thought it was a joke. It was going into decline. Now it's popping off.
I keep trying to wrap my head around Bitcoin, and I just can't figure it out.
Well, let me give you the straight skin.
I have no idea what it is.
I've honestly looked once and was like, I'm just gonna not. I can't think about it.
Here's the skinny from dummies.com as of the For Dummies series.
Right.
It's also referred to as virtual currency, digital cash, or tokens, i.e. Bitcoin, and their currency is backed by their respective peer-to-peer networks rather than a government. It has benefits over physical currency. They only transfer one way, so you can't copy them. They're globally accessible. They're extremely secure, and they are completely anonymous. And the idea is that by essentially removing banks and third-party financial groups, cryptocurrency could change the world in the way that money is made, stored, and traded around the world. So basically, it's taking it from a government body and
Right.
saying that your piece of paper
Means nothing.
is a value of currency, but due to this peer-to-peer network of people across the globe, this is another form of currency
Wow.
that is being created outside of a government entity.
Holy shit.
So
man.
if you think about it, it's kind of like bartering on a massive scale
Yeah.
with nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's with nothing. There's no actual value. But there
But
is
there is, exactly.
is value in that currency world. In that currency world, you can be a millionaire.
Well, and there's always a different exchange rate depending on, you just have to find it online because it fluctuates with the rest of the world's economy. And the way it works is I'm just going to go real light with it because it gets super technical,
Right.
obviously. But there's data blocks out there in the internet. And you hear what's called miners, which is somebody that solves a data block. So basically, they take a chunk of information that's encrypted. They figure out how to decrypt that in the next chain in the data sequence. Anybody that's invested in cryptocurrency, usually like Bitcoin or Ether or any other kind of virtual currency, will have miners who are decoding blockchains.
Wow.
And
This is
that's how
intense,
new
man.
money is created.
Fucking hackers, man.
So the world's economy is traded on who's creating, like a Bitcoin or an Ether,
Right. Who's making the most?
Wow.
to who's creating it, and then
Who's
they have their
mining
own
it.
self-regulating currency.
But okay, here's a question I have as a consumer, because I hear people talking about this stuff, and I've looked at it and but it's like, okay, I got to take my own money and
Right.
put it into virtual money.
Yeah, you're investing it. Yes.
But then, let's say I buy some Bitcoin. I buy 40,000 units of Bitcoin.
Right.
And then in 2 weeks, it's like, hey, man, if you have 40,000 Bitcoin, it's worth 80,000 Bitcoin now. And I'm like, cool,
Well, it would
doubled
translate
up.
to dollars.
Okay, it translates to dollars. So if at some point Bitcoin is worth a whole lot of money, I can cash it out, sort of like a stock market situation, and I get a ton of money back. But who's paying me that? Who am I paying? Who's paying, like, what?
It's a
Where is that
peer-to-peer
money coming from?
from everybody that's invested in Bitcoin.
Okay. This is making sense now.
See how
this
that
is
works?
actually breakthroughing for me.
See how
Yeah.
that works, and it doesn't matter if you're trading it into dollars or euros or yen or whatever, because it's an international cryptocurrency.
Wow.
Okay.
You're eliminating
Okay.
the banking system, and it's self-regulating.
Well, as a pirate,
Dude,
I
that's
endorse
honestly that's a
as a person who
it's like a system breaker.
Absolutely.
It really
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Because that's what we fight wars over is
Mhm.
people going off the fucking the fact that we're the
Well, if governments won't unify
no,
currency, the
but
people
what is
will
it,
do it themselves.
That was the whole idea of the euro.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
reserve currency, like because we're traded in
Yeah,
oil
against
or
the
whatnot.
gold standard. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been off the gold standard forever, but it's saying that basically you sell if you're going to sell oil, then you sell it in U.S. dollars,
hmm
and we went to war over. I mean, there's a fucking laundry list of countries
Okay.
that we fucking have liberated over
hmm
that very thing.
Whereas Bitcoin is going to cost, it's going to have the same value in America as it has in the Middle East, as
Wow,
it has
dude.
in Paris, as it has anywhere.
I should
Well-
probably look into that.
But there's a lot of people. I mean, it's like if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose your shirt on it,
Yeah.
obviously, because it's very much like how the stock market works.
Well, okay, I saw a video actually about this when I was doing my research to figure out what the fuck Bitcoin was like a year ago.
I was about to say
like-
I did zero research.
No, yeah, I was gonna say because this is when it first hit, I was like, "What is this?" And then I
Yeah,
just
there were
couldn't wrap
memes
my
about it
head
and
around
stuff,
it
yeah.
exactly. Well, it was basically like the head of Forbes or some big financial dude that people listen to. I don't know because I'm not in that world, but like was watching the video and he was talking about how this doesn't really have legs to stand on. Because, yeah, it has all these things and it's doing this stuff and people are putting value on it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have value. And because it's not connected to a government, it's going to get squashed anytime it tries to compete with a government.
Well, but that's part of the issue, right? Is you don't have to compete with the government.
Well, no, I think it's still going to last, but I don't think it's ever going to get to a big, I don't think it's ever going to take over currency.
You're always going to have the government in the banking system.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a threat to currency.
Mm-hmm.
Our banking system is not a government fucking agency. Like the Federal Reserve
absolutely.
is not a there's somebody who...
But there's regulations. They squash it. They squash that shit, exactly.
It's like, I mean...
if some other...
You're not having to...
If some other currency was trying to change American currency, the U.S. government would squash the shit out of that.
We literally murder people in other countries because they say, we're not gonna use the dollar for our international trade.
Well, and see... Part of the reason...
Fuck you, you're not.
Part of the reason it can stay honest and you don't have to worry about corruption in that system is because it's called cryptocurrency because it's a mystery. The bit of data that is being mined is like we can't create... It's so complex that we can't create an algorithm to do it automatically. Someone has to go in there and figure that out, that data chain.
It's so...
And so you can't hack it.
Yeah. So anybody out
you
there,
can't copy
weird,
it.
man.
You can't hack it.
Toss it out to our listeners. Anybody who's hip into this shit, send us a message about it.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah,
let us know. Let us know if you're interested in that, and we might throw you some dollars. Who knows?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we should set up ourselves a cryptocurrency fucking net or whatever.
I mean,
to give you Bitcoin.
There are people that I work with that have done it, and that tell me they're making a lot of money off of the situation.
There's a lot more success stories than crashes. That's for sure.
Well, we should because there's a way for you to,
right now for them.
So you can receive this shit, right?
Well,
you just have to invest in it.
For my friend, it was basically like a stock market. It was like, hey, I bought X amount of coins. I sat on them for a year. Now they're worth triple the amount. I sold them. It actually ended up being like pretty decent chunk of change.
It's too late in the game to do that. What I'm saying is to open up a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, if we're talking about it on Hot Science,
crypto
late.
Patreon.
Yeah, so that we can say,
crypto Patreon.
Hey, lovely people out there, if you want to give us a Bitcoin or two, do it because we've got the ability to receive it.
I'd love to have a Bitcoin.
We do that. How do we receive it?
Yeah,
give it to us, baby.
Give me them Bitcoins. Let's get a Patreon account.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Patreon account? Nice.
That's how you ask people for crap.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. You Norm MacDonald for a minute there.
It's how you get crap.
How you get crap.
It's how you acquire crap.
Let's do it. Let's do that.
Guys, I got another hot take for you. If I could be any kind of volcano in the world, I would be an undersea volcano.
Nice, dude.
All right. A bubbler.
So you're getting hot and getting wet at the same time.
They look cool. And there's a documentary on Netflix that I kind of want to watch. It's called Octopus Volcano, and it's about a bunch of octopuses that live under an undersea volcano, and it seems super awesome.
That sounds like a sick-ass documentary, actually.
Guys, fast fact.
Fast fact.
Kissing is more hygienic and healthier for you than shaking hands.
All right.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Bowing is way better than kissing.
That's true.
Is that though?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Depends
It's
on
more
how it
hygienic.
is.
You're not touching at all.
Yeah, dude.
Is it healthier though?
Is it healthy to kiss people?
And now, a word from our sponsor. This episode of the Hot Science Podcast is brought to you by us, the Hot Science Crew. We're not currently sponsored by anyone, but if you'd like to be a part of Hot Science, we'd be happy to tell all of the beautiful listeners about your wonderful products and services. Just contact us at hotsciencepodcast31@gmail.com to get your product on the air. Thanks for listening. It's time for movie talk. Quiet on the set. Hey, you get the light right. You just move the light. Oh, good for you.
Oh, man. Dated reference.
It's time for movie talk.
Movie talk.
Guys.
Okay, hang on. Sorry. I don't want to cut you off, Brad.
You did
And
though.
I cut you off hard for movie talk. But I would like to say, as a super callback, for the first time in my wife's life last night, I got her to watch Blade 1.
Nice.
And she loved it. Because it's the best
Fuck
movie
yeah,
ever.
dude.
And the
How was
more
it
I
on-
watch that movie, the more I fucking love that
So on
movie,
rewatch,
man.
you were just like, man,
It's
this
still
movie's
good.
so awesome.
It's solid. It's solid all the way through.
Nice. Whistler, baby.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Kick the mic.
kick it.
Got too excited talking about it. But okay, yeah, we can
Whistler.
go on with the next movie talk, but I wanted to bring that up.
That actually kind of works with what we're talking about because Blade, of course, we know is a Marvel superhero character.
Right?
And what I wanted to talk about is the unprecedented event of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The MCU, man.
We're coming up on the next major event in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Avengers Infinity War, which is going to combine every movie they've ever done into one action-packed epic journey for the Avengers and those around them.
Quality adventure.
The world will be changed.
Excellent.
You know what it is?
Banter.
Okay, so that movie's going to come out like end of the year, 2018.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It will be the 19th film in the Marvel Universe
That's what blows my mind.
since 2008.
19 Marvel movies.
Shit,
If you
man.
own a movie collection shelf, you have 19 of these movies, and I'm speaking from personal experience.
Made in a decade. 19 films in a decade.
Yeah.
For this Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
I looked
It's
at
impressive.
I decided to look up when I was like, we're going to talk about this. I looked up how much money that movie is. Those 19.
Oh my God. I bet it's unprecedented.
We're at
All the money.
17 right now, right?
yeah. There's
Black
two more
Panther's
coming
going to
out.
be 18, and then Avengers 3 is going to be
19.
So far, based on the films that have come out, Thor Ragnarok being the last one released,
Right.
they've made over. I'll give you the exact number here. It's
I want it.
they've
I bet
liter-
it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
It's $10.4 billion.
$10.4 billion.
Dude, when I googled how much money have the Marvel Universe cinematic movies made, and they first popped up the number on there, I had to count how many commas there were
Damn.
Jesus.
because I was like, God,
Well,
damn,
okay.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, dude, that's like, are they breaking records in like the history books where like this movie studio has made more money than any other movie studio?
I haven't seen anything
period.
about that, but
I guess
several,
they couldn't have because movies have been around for a while, and like Paramount and some of those are like
No,
they've been
but
around.
several
$10 million probably is just scratch to them. Though.
several of those movies have made record-breaking.
Record-breaking, that's
Yeah,
true,
like
that's
Winter Soldier, the Captain America flick, Winter Soldier. You
Yeah.
know, that was done by the Russos.
Yeah, that's Russo's. That's the ones doing Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like that movie was like it's like number 3 all time box office or something. It's nuts.
I saw that movie in theaters.
I did too.
It was a good movie.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to bring up. Of these 17 movies that have been released,
Right?
I have seen all 17 of them, and probably most of them more than once. I can
I've
think of a
seen-
handful
well,
that I've only seen
I'm
once.
I'm physically ill that I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, and it kills me every day that I didn't get to see it in the theater because I like that character and I like the movie and I like every single human that was involved in making that movie, and so I just want to see it. But I've seen all of them except for that one,
Well, I want to say this.
at least twice.
I want
Yeah.
to say this. I think we have an interesting.
Matt hasn't seen any of them,
Yeah,
but like
well,
one.
Here's
I've seen a few.
Here's what I wanted to bring up though, is it's like I'm a kid that it's like when I was a wee lad, superheroes were my thing.
Oh yeah.
I love comic books, I love superheroes. I've always been about that. So I just eat these movies up like candy. Even the ones that suck, I still love them.
Yeah.
I don't like speaking with the Marvel, some of the DC stuff is pretty crap, but the Marvel stuff, and I've always been a Marvel kid, but I soak this stuff up.
Yeah.
Matt Forgy, you're the dude that I talk to about all my dorky,
Yep, dorky, nerdy
superhero
shit.
stuff.
It's true
And
because
then
I
we-
love it just as much, but Brad more probably.
And
Brad's
then-
read more than me.
And then we got Matt, who's like, hey, he likes good movies.
I'm a fan
Yeah.
of movies.
Yeah, you don't have anything against superheroes,
Not at
No,
all.
but you're not the ultra fan
No.
that I am. How many of these movies do you think you've seen out of 17 that have been produced?
I'm going to say 5.
well, but like also, How many
I couldn't
comic
tell you
books?
what they were.
How many comic books did you read growing up?
0.
Exactly.
Oh, actually, no. I did read a few comic books with you, like whenever, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
like
you never
with
bought them
us,
on a monthly basis, though.
No, not at all. I mean, I did have a small comic book collection, but it was just
Yeah.
cool comic books.
Boys
that
with
I-
comic
yeah.
books.
Things
yeah.
you'd either gotten
Yeah.
as presents or saw in a store and were like, yeah, I'll
Right.
pick that up.
Well, here's my question. This is unprecedented. Nobody's ever done, because you look at it and it's like on the overall.
No, that's a series.
It's a
man.
franchise. It's a
but that's-
franchise.
That's a movie series. A movie franchise that's 19 deep. Like we've seen.
Name another series that's ever done that.
The main villain of the 19th movie we saw in the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
Like we've already seen this. Like this has been building forever. That's what's insane about it is that it's literally a movie universe, and they nailed it.
Yep.
Like nailing a movie universe. It's what comics did by making the Marvel universe. It's the same idea. Like they really
Crossovers and guest stars.
exactly
and,
guest stars and all this shit. Like they really made a film universe, and that's never happened before.
Yeah.
Maybe Planet of the Apes. Like that's had a shit ton of movies.
Because
Though.
but what in the original series it was 4 deep before the Tim Burton version.
Was it only 4?
I think it was only 4
Maybe.
deep.
Okay.
Hit me up at Hot Science Podcast 31.
Well, maybe the
gmail.com.
Godzilla
I'm
universe.
wrong
Yeah.
about that. Well, here's the question
there's a
I want to
jillion
ask
of
real
those.
quick though: is this sustainable? We're going to be able to keep doing this? How long is it these guys are going to keep pumping out these movies before people are just sick of it?
Well,
Never.
How many more? I mean, because you can look down the line and say, well, what haven't they made?
Yeah.
I mean, now, how
Yeah,
long
what's-
until they just keep pumping out random storylines for these characters that they've created to
Well,
do?
that's the thing, though. You look at the nature of comic books and how long have people been writing about Batman?
Truth.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I love.
Well, I guess the answer is
I
yeah.
feel like they can sustain forever, but they're gonna evolve because they can't sustain the same thing because people are already kind of tired of superhero movies. Like people are already like, well, there's because that's all the movies.
but
all
they
the
keep
summer
getting
movies,
bigger names. They keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
But all like now there are like those couple movies that there are Oscar-winning movies, and then there are superhero movies. There's summer blockbusters. There's the movies you look forward to in the summer, and then there's these movies that come out in the off seasons that are fucking just these mind-blowing good movies that are Oscar movies, serious movies. Which is weird because I also want superhero movies to be taken seriously as a movie because that's hard.
Mhm.
They're
Like,
still
they're-
entertaining films.
They're entertaining films, and some of these dudes are making good movies. Like
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is legitimately a good movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Guardians
I
of
forgot
the
where I was
Galaxy.
going with all that. But basically, the idea that this universe, I think it's got to evolve. It's got to do something. They got to kill some characters. They got to take a break for a little while. But
Sure.
it's also connected to Disney now. So it's like they got more money than Jesus. So like at any point, they can just not make a movie for a couple years, and they're gonna be
Just
okay.
coast on it. Yeah.
They can let the public want a little bit, and then give us more movies, and we're gonna be fine with it.
Wish
like
they'd do that
they're
with
not
Star
gonna
Wars.
be hurt.
Wish they'd do that with Star Wars. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
I don't
right
know,
now,
man. I
okay.
say give me more Star Wars. Give me 1,000,000 Star Wars movies. Ruin Star Wars. Burn Star Wars to the ground. And I love Star Wars. It's just the fact that I want to see people be able to just do what they want in that universe. It's such a cool idea. I'm nerding out. I'm nerding out in this movie talk.
Question is, next movie coming out, it's gonna be Black Panther. I'm gonna go see it. Matt Forgy, you gonna go see Black Panther?
Yeah, probably.
Matt Livingston, you gonna go see Black Panther?
Explain Black Panther to me.
So
What
that's
is
a no. That's a no.
Black Panther?
I could, man, but we got to
Yeah,
move
man.
on to the next segment. I was
right.
going to say we could talk about Wakanda, and we could talk about the mantle of the
Oh,
Black
man.
Panther, and
Absolutely.
we could talk about vibranium, and we can talk about all
But
this
we
other
don't. We
stuff.
don't have time to
We
get
don't have
into
time
all of
for it
that
right now, man.
Just say no. You're not going to see it in the
You're not gonna
theater.
see
You're
it.
not
Nope.
going to.
Unless you just got nothing else to do, and one of us is going to see it, you're not seeing that in the theater. So if you want to go, like, hit me up.
Yeah, hit me up, dude. I'll go with you.
It's going to be awesome.
No, well, whenever I watched, all those movies this past year, whenever I was working the Dunkirk thing, that was,
Black
pretty rad.
Panther, I will
Yeah.
say, first like black superhero that's just straight up badass. Like straight up, like nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Black Panther. He's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
First black comic book character that wasn't like slightly racist somehow.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
I mean, it's like
No,
him
it's
being
true.
the Black Panther is kind of racist, but
it's a
that
little
character,
on the nose, but
that
like,
character is badass though.
yeah, but yeah, he's untouchable. He's fucking solid.
Yeah, Luke
He's
Cage,
the Batman. He's the
Luke Cage,
Batman of the Marvel
yeah,
universe, dude.
super exploitative, but Black Panther, he's just straight up.
Yeah.
Guys, fast fact:
Fast fact.
Dr. Seuss invented the word nerd.
Nice.
First documented appearance of the word nerd is the name of a creature in the book If I Ran the Zoo back in 1960.
What was a nerd?
It was just a creature.
Just a dude.
If I was gonna write the passage down, but it
He's
was
a
like,
doctor, though, right?
No, it was in a book of
Oh,
If
it's
I Ran
Dr.
the Zoo.
Seuss. Sorry.
And the main character is like, if I ran a zoo, I would get a bird and a nerd and a fur.
Okay.
Right. Do you know when nerd became synonymous with a person of
High
Yes.
intellectual.
social, awkward, and high intellectual sense?
I tried to find that answer.
It doesn't exist.
Debatable.
Nice.
There's no real answer to who started using it for the
Short answer.
socially awkward intellectuals.
1952.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it was around 1952, popularized in the movie Nerds
Nerd.
in the 1980s.
Guys, Nintendo is a weird fucking Japanese company that makes video games.
Video games.
Anybody in the room have a fondness for Nintendo? Raise your hand.
Oh, that's all hands up.
All hands up. Everybody likes Nintendo, man. You grew up with Nintendo. We're all
Exactly.
in our mid-30s. Kids that grew up with Nintendos because it was the shit.
The Nintendo generation. I got that shit for a birthday present, or no, Christmas present one time, and it blew my mind.
5. I was 5 years
Yeah.
old.
It was like the best year ever
Yeah,
for
dude.
Christmas.
I remember wanting a Nintendo so bad, and then when we got it, me and my dad just bonded so hard over like
Yeah, man. And
Duck
me too,
Hunt
dude.
and
Me
Super
and my dad.
Mario.
Yeah.
Me and my
Yeah.
dad bonded super hard on fucking Nintendo, but my mom and I never really bonded on video
Not
games.
Mom never liked video
I
games.
played it solo.
Jim was like, "Get these video games out of here."
Nintendo's
Video
a
games are gonna rot your mind.
weird Japanese company, right?
Yeah.
They're known in the industry for doing weird shit that only they like to do.
Well, just Nintendo, man. They're their
So-
own thing.
So they've got the thing called the Nintendo Switch, right? It's the handheld thing. You can hold it in your hands.
Right.
You can put it in your TV.
I've seen it. I've
It's
played
the big
one.
new thing. I've never even played one.
Jack has one.
I'll have to get your
My
impressions later.
brother-in-law Jack has a Switch, and it's excellent.
So okay, the cool thing about the Switch though, that's why it's called the Switch. You have it on your TV, and then switch, you're on the go with
Yeah,
it.
dude.
So-
Switch.
So Nintendo, weird video game company, says, "Hey guys, on January,"
They sound creepy as hell.
they say,
Hey guys.
"Hey guys, on January
Hey,
17th,
children.
we're gonna release a video about something that's gonna be pretty cool." And the internet's like, "Oh my god, it's Nintendo!"
Yep.
Nintendo's like, "Don't get too hyped because it's for kids or those who are children at heart.
Oh.
Stay tuned for tomorrow."
Bye.
And then we watched the video that came out. We've all seen the video.
Yeah, we've seen the video now.
It's called Nintendo Labo, which,
Labo.
fun fact, Japanese for Nintendo Lab.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Okay, racistly, when I first saw that, I honestly, in my head, I was like, Nintendo Labo. It's
That's
super
exactly
racist.
that's exactly why it's called that.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Livingston.
Yeah.
What's Nintendo Labo? What is that?
I don't know.
You watched the video. Tell me what you saw in the video. What's in that video?
It's a cardboard
It's a cardboard
PlayStation,
monstrosity.
Not PlayStation, but it's a cardboard origami thing where you can play keys with your Nintendo Switch, and you plug a USB into the side of it.
So,
That's what
Brad,
I've seen
explain
in the
it.
video.
Explain it.
So it's cardboard, right?
It is cardboard.
Yeah, you're getting corrugated cardboard that you pop out in a certain pattern. And then I'm assuming it comes with like Lego instructions that tell you how to put together
Mhm.
these things out out of cardboard.
Right.
Yeah.
So take your $300 video game system,
And build yourself a cardboard component.
make some shit out of cardboard that's going to break 3 times after you use it. All right?
Well, it's
and
made
pay
out
us
of
$80
cardboard.
for it.
Well, basically, what they're saying is that you're not creative enough to make this cardboard thing. It's possible that you could have made this cardboard thing because, at any point, but here, buy it for $80.
I will say this real quick. Number one, they have expressed that they will be selling replacement parts piecemeal. So if you fuck something up, you can buy another one.
Yeah, no shit. You can
Yeah.
buy another one. They gotta print 2 more pieces of cardboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I will-
my
and-
God, they're gonna go out of business printing all these replacement
Well,
parts.
and number two, they're saying that there's going to be an aspect of it to where you might be able to do some programming, so you can
Right.
create your own creations out of what they give with you, which is kind of cool. And number 3, they're also going to release the templates for this stuff just to the public.
Nice.
Well, that's cool. Templates to the public is cool.
So if like the way they do it, right? It's you make this cardboard shit. It comes in a little pop-out thing. You put it together. You connect your little controllers for your Switch with it. And because of the rumble effect in the Switch and because of the infrared sensors that shoot out of the controllers, you can do things like make a cardboard piano and play a song on it.
Right.
Or you build a little birdhouse and then put your Switch screen on it and fuck with the house on the inside based on how you touch the cardboard. There's a motorcycle game. Build a motorcycle. Drive on a motorcycle, look at the screen, see where you're driving. And then they have a separate one that's an $80 thing to where you build, it's a backpack.
A backpack robot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Machine, an
With these-
exoskeleton.
Yeah, and then you play a video
cardboard
game on your
exoskeleton.
Switch to where when you move that cardboard thing, it moves the robot in the video game.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's nuts. But it's $80.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's my only beef with it. Because the game itself is what you're buying. Because to tell me that they're going out of business printing cardboard boxes, recycled cardboard.
No,
that
this
they're-
is what a genius idea for them. This is fucking
well,
no.
basically,
They're
this
selling
is,
the
but,
software. The cardboard is nothing
well,
to them.
What they're doing is like, hey man, we figured out a way to make a new game. A game where you're this robot and you're doing this cool shit. And you could have all this cool, like, you could build a controller for this game and it would be awesome. And they're like, that's too expensive. But the people can build a controller and play this game.
Yeah, well, you still got to buy the game for $80.
But you
It
still got to
comes
buy
with
the game. But you
cardboard
got to
shit
buy
with
the
it anyway.
Exactly. But you got to buy the game for $80. It's like if it was $30 and you build your own game, because this is a craft you have to endure.
Yeah.
It seems
To-
almost
to
like a
build
science
this-
project,
yeah.
right?
Exactly. To
So
do this
instead of
game, you
doing it
have
for
to
$80,
build.
give it to me for 30 and the plans where I go to the UPS store and get a big ass piece of
Exactly.
cardboard and I make it
And
myself.
I make my own thing with my
And
children.
then sell the game for like
because I get
$20.
Dude,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
get
Thanks
the
for the
idea.
corrugated cardboard, but regular ass, food line cardboard works just as well.
Yeah, buy the game for $20. You and your kids go down to Food City
and play this
Yeah.
game
and make your
Exactly.
own robot suit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Exactly.
But it's Nintendo and they're weird. Do you think it's going to take off, Matt? For you?
No, I think it'll be. Here's the thing: I love Nintendo, but I think it will be like all Nintendo things are. Sadly, in my opinion, it'll come out, people will love it, and then it'll die. It'll just be stale.
On to the next.
And then they'll make something new, and people will love it because every time they
Yeah.
come out with a new
It's gonna be
system or a
huge
new
hit at
thing.
retirement homes.
Exactly. My
and then it
my
goes
mom and dad
downhill.
are gonna build cardboard robots
Use it for 20
and
minutes.
use it for 20 minutes, and then
Yeah.
ask me if I want it when I'm at their house next time.
Matt Livingston, do you think there's a future in Nintendo making cardboard toys for kids?
Probably not. I wouldn't. I don't see a future in it.
I will say, I just realized I do see a future in children making their own shit out of cardboard.
Now,
that's already happening.
Now there
That's
Because
is,
that's been
happening,
happening
yeah.
forever,
There
and
is-
this is
there is
going to
absolutely a
inspire kids
future.
around the world.
Which is kind of cool.
Which is
actually.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
I would say that if they made it less expensive and then gave you plans
yeah.
to make your cardboard things, that would be more plausible than you purchasing an $80 piece
Standee.
of cardboard.
Well,
yeah.
and I will say this real quick. The core of what makes me really like it is because it's like, A 5-year-old sees that commercial and they're like, I want that.
Exactly. Well, I
And-
get it.
And their dad gets to spend that time
I love it.
making the thing with their kid and then
Exactly.
experiencing. So that's awesome. I don't know if it's $80 awesome for
Well,
something
but-
that's going to last for 2 game
But
sessions.
here's the thing. But also you got to think of your personal demographic. I want Nintendo to make $1 billion off this, connecting families with this craft and doing this thing. I hope they make $1 bajillion off this endeavor. But as a person who doesn't have anybody to build all that shit with and want to do all that, like the whole raising that 5-year-old to do greater things. As a dude who's not doing that, you don't want to pay $80 to have to build a robot
No.
suit to play in your living room.
No.
You don't want to drink beer in your robot suit in the living room
But you would
for
pay
$80. But you'd pay $30 to do it. Anybody
and to
would.
get the plans, and you could drink beer, right?
Well, yeah,
and make
but
your robot suit.
if it was
out
like
of
a party,
cardboard.
if I had like a party to where it's like, it's the 3 of us
The
sitting down
motorcycle
doing it,
thing is the
you
only
know,
thing I
that might
saw
be
that I was
fun.
like, cool. That and the piano.
And there was some kind of kick pedal that they used too that was kind
Yeah,
of
I'm interested about that. If you could build a cardboard drum set and play it, that's kind of fun.
Well, we'll see. Nintendo, you're fucking weird. You might be invented by aliens. I love you.
I love you. I have a love-hate relationship.
I
I
got
talk
another,
a lot of shit about you, but I love you.
I got another hot take for you.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Brad's video game of 2017.
Oh shit! Like you're gonna.
That's last year's news, Brad.
Well, it's my goatee.
Yeah.
It's my
It's your
game of the
goatee?
year.
Game of the year?
Yep, my game of the year 2017.
All
What are you
right.
giving it?
Resident Evil 7.
Shit, man.
Whoa, dude. Whoa, man.
Hot takes.
Hot take.
Guys, it's time for a little shameless self-promotion.
I like how there's
Oh.
no explanation. You're just like, that's the game of the year.
Yeah.
No
Game
big
of the
deal.
year for Brad.
You want me to expound on that?
No, you're cool. Keep going.
Yeah, no, you're fine, man.
I like that.
let's
That's why I said I like that there was no explanation.
let's get a little
Hey, man.
shameful.
You know what it is. I like to quote the British rock band The Clash real quick. It's a song called Police on My Back.
Police on My Back by The Clash.
Well, I'm running, police on my back. I've been hiding, police on my back. There was a shooting, police on my back. And the victim, well, he won't come back. Watch 3 maniacs go nutso on High Octane Madness and Mega Couch Buds Episode 1, Death Car, brought to you by the Hot Science Podcast crew. Also, be on the lookout for B-Rad Versus series, in which I complain about Nightmare on Elm Street for the Nintendo for a little over an hour. It's funny, though, so you should watch it. God damn that game, man. Nightmare on Elm Street for the Nintendo. Play the first 3 levels and enjoy the shit out of those first 3 levels, and then just shut the game off and never play it again, because that's you just got everything you need out of it. Fuck that game. Watch me play it, guys. It's time for my absolute favorite part of the episode.
Oh man, we're already at the episode. We're already at the
You know what it
at
is?
the favorite. I feel like
You tell me what it is.
is it Rate That Animal?
It's Rate That Animal.
Oh
Holy shit.
yes.
Guys, today I found an interesting topic. This just kind of came on a whim. Usually I put a lot of deep thought into what the animal for the week is going to be.
Mhm.
And today I just saw an image and it was like, that's it. We're going to talk about the tortoise.
The tortoise.
Yes. It was for
There's
our,
a high five.
yes,
for
for
tortoises.
our audio listeners, that was a high five purely for the tortoise. There
So
Okay.
we know where the tortoise is going.
Yeah.
But give us the tortoise facts,
Okay.
and then we'll
All right.
rate the tortoise.
Yeah, I want them.
I'm going to say, I think this is a really interesting Rate That Animal because I'm going to read the facts and then I'll divulge. They're from all over. Okay.
From all over.
There's
They're from
tortoises.
diverse places.
There is not a centralization for where tortoises exist. They're just kind of all over the place.
Nice.
Oh, and not climate or anything. I mean,
No, there's different
are there
tortoises.
tortoise in
Well,
Antarctica
it's
or,
like no, but basically,
deep in the
besides
ocean.
Arctic, it's like anywhere where you got a beach, you probably got some kind of tortoises in those waters. There was no specificality to anywhere where you could find a tortoise. Now there's phylum, right? You can say like the
right.
this kind of tortoise that lives in
Right, yeah.
Hawaii, and this kind
Yeah,
of tortoise.
exactly.
They-
Exactly.
They generally they don't hang out in like
Yeah,
ice
they're
stuff.
tropical creatures.
Yeah,
They don't
okay.
live in the Arctic.
Okay.
Maybe they do.
But they're from basically everywhere else in the world,
Everywhere that's not cold.
and they are also the longest living land animals. Out of all land animals, live longer than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Not changing my
Um,
opinion.
They breathe through a organ on the roof of their mouth called the Jacobson's organ, which is why I always see turtles like doing that weird like.
You can't see this in the listening
I
of
was
this,
making
but-
throat
but
noises for.
Brad was making throat noises and
That's
a
pretty
face
good.
that was almost resembling the tortoise, what the tortoise was
Yeah.
doing.
They're breathing when they do that. When
Yeah.
you see them doing that weird head thing,
Yeah.
they're
It's a
breathing.
neck motion.
And very happy.
Okay, and then the two best facts for them. I've got a lot of facts for the tortoise.
Right, yeah. They're a factual creature.
They
Give us the
put
bullet points. Boil it down.
they put rats in a maze with tortoises, and the rats got done quicker, right? But the tortoises like systematically go through the entire maze and look down every single pathway and never travel over the same path twice. Where rats just kind of
Interesting.
run all over the fucking place like maniacs.
Yeah, and just get
Nice.
out by sheer willpower.
Yeah, so it's like the tortoise is making a map in its mind of where it's been and
Okay. Well,
everything.
there's a saying
oh, man.
that slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
yeah.
Being slow, if you're concise and you're taking everything in, then there's no reason to do the same thing twice because
Yeah.
you know
They explore that area. They remember there's nothing there.
I like to imagine tortoises remember every single place they've been and just have an amazing tortoise map in their head.
150 years worth of just
150
tortoise
years of
knowledge.
entire globe.
a
They
tortoise
have
never
like
forgets.
maybe like half a globe. Maybe some of them have a full globe.
who knows, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Full globe.
Yeah.
Two more facts. They can feel through their shells. So if it's like you rub a tortoise shell, they feel you
feel
just
that?
like
Oh, shit.
rubbing them. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
So they have nerves on the outside.
On
of
the
shell.
well, right underneath the membrane that connects the shell to the
Alright.
to their body. So they get that. And then my favorite fact, a group of tortoise is called a creep.
Creep.
It's a
Creep.
creep of
They
tortoise.
gonna creep up on you.
Yeah. So, guys, where do we? Here's my thing. There's lots of facts about tortoises. None of them are really that interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
But they are
Okay,
though.
okay, so-
They're,
I mean,
they
they
are.
are,
They
but
aren't.
I'm gonna start
they're
it out.
boring animals.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna start it out. I'm gonna go with a C
Okay.
because ever since the giraffe could kick a lion's head off,
Yeah.
that's totally changed my.
get ya. That does set the bar. That kinda
that's-
sets
that's
the bar.
benchmark
That's
for
true.
for rating an animal, in my opinion. And so far, just average for the tortoise. I mean, he's got some cool attributes, but it's
Right.
just average. Nothing that really jumps out of the pack for me.
Okay.
So I'm going with C.
Just straight C,
Straight C.
middle of the road.
Middle of the
Meant
road.
for you. What you got?
See, I don't know. I was on the opposite end of that spectrum, where I think tortoises are A+ material.
Whoa, hot take.
But I think because they live so long and they know all
Actually,
this
that's
stuff.
true. That
Like
is,
they're
that is
in,
one-
in
Matt,
my
you can't
mind,
reverse your. You can't
not-
reverse
I know,
your.
I'm
but
not
in my
reversing.
mind, they're
I'm
like
not
these
reversing.
magical, mythical,
Okay.
like
I am agreeing.
ageless tortoises that have all this wisdom.
Kung Fu Panda. Right.
Yeah, but
Well-
basically, I don't know why, but because really they're kind of boring animals. They just kind of walk around. But like, I have so much respect for the tortoise because they live so long.
I'm-
Oldest living land animal.
I'm going to give tortoises a C.
You're a C as well,
Yes. And let me explain why. Is because, yes, they are long lived.
right?
Sea turtles are fucking rad, dude. Sea turtles are rad.
Okay, wait. Sea turtles aren't incorporated in the tortoise.
No.
No, they're sea turtles.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on. You're talking just land tortoises?
I'm talking about land
I
tortoises.
thought we were
man.
talking all
No, the
long-living
tortoise, the big
turtles.
ass-
No,
Okay.
just
I didn't. There's a
tortoise with
difference
big
between a
ass
turtle
head.
and a tortoise, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, you're
There
right.
was-
You're right.
The tortoise, it's like the thing I know tortoises most for is being super fucking old
Okay,
and having
you know what?
weird, loud animal sex, and that's the only thing I know tortoises about.
That's the only thing I've ever seen them do live.
I read these facts
That's the
and I'm
only
like,
thing-
that didn't really
That's
change
the-
my opinion.
That's the only thing I've ever seen tortoises do live.
Yeah,
Is be super old and have really loud sex.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen that at the zoo. Those tortoises are horny as fuck.
And it's super slow. This kind of it reminds me of the sloth, right? Because we rated sloths pretty fucking low.
Honestly, okay, now that I know that it's a tortoise and I'm not incorporating sea turtle into my mythos,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drop that down. I'll give it a B.
Dude, there's like 15 different documentaries about sea
Okay,
turtles.
let's get the official stamp.
I'll give it a B. I'll give it a C, man. Honestly.
Okay,
Let's
C's
just give it
across
a
the board.
C.
C across the board.
I'm sorry, guys. I gave it an A+, thinking it was a whole other turtle.
Well,
Yeah, turtles is a different.
And that's a
it
different
does have the
thing.
attribute, the
Yeah.
attribute of it being super old, but it's not.
That's
enough.
it.
It's not enough
That's
to pull it
the
up from
best
a
thing
B.
about them,
Pull it up from a C. I mean,
Yeah.
to a B.
and the fact that it's a creep of tortoises.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the logbook, tortoises.
I will
C.
say, here's my hot take for this one. You turn the page, you wash your hands. You turn the page, you wash your hands.
Spanky. Exactly. Rocco's Modern Life reference. That
He
was
mi-
Filbert from Rocco's Modern Life.
He might have been a turtle, but that really seemed like a tortoise
Nah, he was definitely a tortoise.
kind of thing for me.
His name is Filbert.
Fast fact, guys.
Fast fact.
You have a better chance of being killed by a cork than a spider.
A cork? Like from a champagne
Cork.
A champagne cork.
More likely to kill you than a spider. And I'm going to assume that's an American statistic.
Yeah, because
probably globally, man.
Because in Thailand, you're probably more likely to be killed by a spider
Yeah,
than a
hey,
champagne
you go in,
Hey,
you go
I
in
gotta say,
Australia,
though-
and it's like, well, when you go out in the bush, watch out for the spiders.
Yeah.
Watch out for
Because
the
they're gonna
champagne
kill you.
corks.
Yeah,
Here's the thing, though. I was going to say, we're making that assumption because we hear all this news of dangerous spiders, but what's the average of people getting killed by corks every year? What if that's
yeah,
way
that's
high?
a good question.
What if that's way fucking high? We
Google
don't
that.
know.
Google the
Yeah,
question right now. How many people die per year?
We think it's
from
crazy because
champagne
we're
cork?
like, oh, obviously spiders probably kill more people, but it's like maybe they don't.
I'm doing
Maybe people drink so much they kill themselves with corks. All the time. It's
well,
happening all the time.
people shoot guns
Two a
straight up in
day.
the air and during
Oh yeah,
4th of July and stuff.
Well, I mean, realistically, people
It's a
are
problem in
dying.
Mexico.
People just die all the time for every single reason.
Did you ever see the Mexican Brad
Yeah.
Pitt, and Julia Roberts?
That's a good vehicle.
It's all right.
Good
Man, this
BPJL
is
vehicle.
this is not something that Google is just like, here's the answer, guys.
Oh, shit.
But from what I can see from the headlines, there, how many people get killed by champagne corks per year? High school and college football injuries claim an average of 12 lives annually. For comparison, I guess. Number 5 is champagne corks. Believe it or not, champagne corks kill almost 24 people a year.
Holy shit, man.
That is not what I expected.
Yeah, 24.
Wow.
Damn.
It kills more than high school football.
Guys, celebrate
That's two a month.
celebrate responsibly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't point champagne corks at people.
Don't drink and drive, and
I
don't
guarantee that it's probably it's not like two a month. You know, like in July, people aren't getting popped with.
Oh,
corks.
yeah, no, it's like
all in December.
there's like
It's
15
all
of
on
them.
New
yeah.
Year's
No,
Day. It's all
Yeah,
December.
It's either from Christmas and New Year's, probably more like New Year's,
and probably like heavy on Valentine's Day.
yeah, maybe there's a
Yeah,
there's a few
there's
there's a
an
few peppered on
influx.
Valentine's Day, and then a shitload in December.
People just popping corks, man. If you're popping bottles, be safe with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be responsible
Yeah.
when you're partying.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
drink
like
and drive.
Point it away from your face.
that's like wielding a gun.
Don't shoot guns in the air, don't drink and drive, and don't shake a champagne bottle and point it at somebody.
Yeah, don't pop a
You'll kill them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
That's-
pressure,
yeah.
bro.
you
you.
could.
There's a 1 in 24 chance or whatever. That's not.
More than spiders? You're killing
That's
more
not,
people.
that's not a
Dude,
real
You
statistic.
Champagne kills more people than
statistics
spiders.
in the-
That was a bullshit statistic.
70% of
Yeah.
statistics are made up on the spot.
Exactly.
We are not scientists.
80% of people believe them.
This is a hot science podcast. We are not scientists. Okay, guys. This next thing I had here isn't like usually we just jump straight into the riddle from this one, but
Right.
I saw this thing online. I thought it was kind of interesting. It comes from abc.news.au, so it's the Australian. And this is a thing that says, what scares you most? You select 3 of the ways listed below of dying from the list,
Right.
and it tells you what the statistics of that are. How likely are you actually to die from that?
Right.
Okay, so I figured we would just collectively pick 3 of the options here and see what the answers are.
Cool.
All right.
We will have to do 2 of these tests because one of them is just one answer that says nothing scares me, which is what I would have picked. Okay, so we've got, I accidentally keep hitting one of them on my phone. We've got, let's see.
That's your phone the whole
We
time?
got 12 different things here, so bear with
Right.
me. We got choking on food or an object. We've got death by crocodile, death by drowning, death by falling, fire, hornets, wasps, and bees, lightning, road or rail crash, shark attacks, skin cancer, snakes and lizards, or spiders.
I call road.
This is how we
Road
want
collision.
to go.
No, this is like
This is how we think we might. What the
this
statistics
is your
are.
fears. Your fears. What scares you the
My
most?
fear,
What's your
road-
worst? When what
road
scare you don't
collision.
want to die that way.
Crocodile.
Road
100%.
collision.
Fucking crocodile.
Okay.
Crocodile.
I don't want to fucking die by a crocodile.
So you say
way, dude.
Matt
I say
Forty says
road
crashes.
collision. That's something I think about on the daily.
I have a fear of heights when I'm super up high, so I'm gonna say falling,
Right.
and then Matt's gonna say crocodiles.
Crocodile.
Okay.
Death roll, bro.
I mean, I don't want to get killed by crocodiles,
No
for the
way.
record.
Nice.
No, but basically everything else on the list that whenever it happens, like you get in a car crash, you do something like that, your adrenaline is going to be pretty much pumped to the max.
Well,
You're
but-
not going to remember it, but getting your arms ripped off by a
By
crocodile is
that's
going to
true.
be
You're gonna
way fucking.
You're gonna be
worse.
haunted by that.
Way worse. Way worse than being decapitated in a car wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna suck ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
If
it's
you're in
gonna
a
be like-
situation, if you're
it's gonna
in
be-
a situation,
fucking dead. That's crocodile dead.
no, dude, you won't hear it though. It'll be like, because you're gonna be underwater, being killed by a crocodile.
in a death roll. Oh god.
Okay. So I entered those into the database.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We get 24 different answers, right?
24.
24 different answers. And this is how many people statistically, on average, died from each of your biggest fears
Right. Okay.
in between 2007 and 2016.
All right. I bet.
My biggest fear, falling from a height,
Right.
die by
Falling from a height.
falling too far. There are approximately 19,303 deaths per year of falling.
Makes sense.
That was number 2 on the list, only beat out by skin cancer.
Nice.
Fuck.
More people get skin cancer a year.
No, well, it's how
From
many people
fall?
are. Yeah.
Wait a second. That was
Yeah.
number 2 on the list.
Well,
was
here's
falling.
okay. Yes,
I
but
gotta watch my steps more.
skin cancer,
Just
19,000.
don't hang out in high
And
places.
keep in mind too, this is an Australian quiz, so
This guy.
this is just in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so in Australia, between those 9 years, 19,839 people died from skin cancer. So 19.8,
So Australia got mad skin cancer.
falling 19.3.
Nice.
Top 2 answers.
Australia weirdly got lots of high places and tons of skin cancer.
Falling, bad deal.
Yeah.
Don't fall, man. You fall from somewhere, it's gonna kill you.
Stop going up to all those places.
Number 3 on the
And wear
list.
sunblock.
Road
And wear sunblock.
number 3 on
Twice.
the list is a road or rail crash.
I knew it.
Accident. 14,000.4.
But that's in Australia where they only have like 14, 18 people.
And like
Right.
3 trains.
All the way down out of 24 options at number 20 we have crocodile,
Number 20 on the list is crocodile.
which in
Although
Australia,
in Australia is a threat.
over the course of 10 years, 15 deaths.
Nice.
15 deaths from
And
crocodile.
they all happened at crocodile farms by that jackass who puts his head inside the crocodile mouth.
That's true.
Because everybody else in Australia
Oh,
knows
man.
not to fuck with crocodile.
But guess who didn't get ate by no crocodile? Crocodile Dundee. Crocodile Dundee.
Can I get?
So wait a minute. So but see now it's
He's
skewed.
like, dude.
It's skewed because I didn't know that it was in Australia because you asked me. You just
Yeah, but
read
that's
this list.
that's just a
Nah,
microcosm.
he
that's
put
just
it
a
out.
microcosm.
He put it out as Australia. Though. He
I know,
did AU.
but I didn't know whenever I was choosing that it was
I had
going
forgotten,
to be tied
honestly.
with
Well,
Australia.
hey, honestly,
You
we were
know,
making a joke about it last segment about like, well, if you're in Australia, you know what the average for how many people die per year from spider bites in Australia? 0.
Really?
Yep.
Nice, dude.
You know how many people
Good
die by
callback.
kangaroo? A fucking shit ton.
A lot, dude. A lot of people
Yeah,
trying to
that's
fight
like
kangaroos,
number 5
man.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's
Just kidding.
assault.
Just kidding. Assault and battery. It's a real thing.
Assault's not funny. Don't joke about that.
Don't joke about it. But I will say, realistic Crocodile Dundee. It's like, that's not a knife. That's skin cancer. Put suntan lotion on,
Cut your
guys.
nose off.
Sunblock.
Cut your nose
Exactly.
off.
30 SPF or above.
Or above.
Yep.
Riddle me this. Batman. Last week we asked a riddle.
Right.
It was just something effective like I have,
Do you know the riddle from last week? 'Cause
I
honestly
accidentally deleted
forgot.
off my,
I knew
my
it.
outline, but it is I have holes on my bottom, my left and my right. Pour water in me, I hold it super tight.
Yeah.
What am I?
A sponge.
It's a sponge.
Sponge.
It's a sponge. It's got holes all in it. Still retains a lot of water. If you got that right, hit me up on the Twitter at Hot SciPod.
And fuck yeah, you're a winner.
Yeah.
Hit me up on
Congratulations.
that.
Yeah. Send us a thing. Just send us, I was right, to hotsciencepodcast31@gmail.com.
Hit me up on Twitter at Hot
and we will
SciPod.
shout you out.
And if you do that, I will reach out to you. Brad Cotter will reach out to you, and we can be friends, man.
Yeah.
And end your email and or text message with boosh. Yeah, just boosh.
Hit it double boosh.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find clever riddles online because a lot of them are just jokes.
Right. That's true.
Billy was born on the December 28th, and his birthday is always in the summertime.
Billy was born on December 28th, and his birthday is always the summertime.
How is that possible?
Riddle me
Always the
this.
summertime.
Riddle me this, Batman. By the way, can I say one last hot take? Why the fuck have we not seen a Batman movie with a good Riddler? Christopher Nolan.
Point.
You gave me
Brad.
Bane and Talia? Should have been Riddler, bro.
0 points, all Batman movies. 1 point, Brad. Brad, 1 up.
Billy's birthday is on December 28th, yet it's always in the summer. How is that possible? It's next time. Find out the
Yeah.
answer.
Woo!
Don't Google it. Just come up with it yourself and see if you're clever or not.
I think I know it. And I'm going to
Maybe
say it
you
in a
do.
minute.
I
You're
don't.
going to say it as soon as we
I don't.
shut
As
it
soon
down.
as we shut it down, I'm going to say it.
It's
And you're going to have to
all
wait till next
Everybody
week
else
to
going
find
to have
out
to wait.
if I was right.
Guys, I want to thank right now the most sexy, intelligent, just good-natured people
God.
on the internet and in the world in general.
If you're going
I
to
wanna
talk
thank
about our
you.
listeners,
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
person listening to this right
you
now,
barely scratch the
man.
surface out.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
Amazing they are. Yeah.
amazing.
Hey, you
Ugh.
know, here's the only thing I want from you, okay? Because you do everything for me, baby. And don't think that for 1 minute I regret anything that's ever happened. You do so much for me, encourage me, make me feel like the man I'm supposed to be. But baby, if there's one thing you do, tell all your friends about this. Just tell them that we're doing this thing right here, and
Tell 'em about it,
we're just trying to spread the good word. We're trying to edutain you.
Oh, man, edutainment.
We're trying to edutain you, baby.
That's
So
good.
hit us up. But seriously, I've been Brad Cotter,
I've been Matt Forgy.
I'm still Matt Livingston.
and this has been the Hot Science Podcast.
Excellent.
Very good.